Good morning, brush monkeys. This week we are wrapping up our October vampire extravaganza with Halloween just days away with this guy. His name is Mordha. He's a vampire lord. He looks pretty mean. We'll be painting him with metallic red armor, kind of similar to Dracula's armor in the Keanu Reeves movie, but got pale skin, pallid witch flesh for his skin, shaded with a little bit of thinned down druky violet, nightmare black for his hair, red for his eyes because they're pretty. I don't normally paint eyes, but his are pretty prominently sculpted, so I figured I'd probably better do it on him. Ivory for his teeth. I got Corvus black with Eshin gray for his cloak, blood red for his sword grip and the book cover, Palomino gold and greedy gold for the sword hilt and pommel. We've got Basilicanum gray with Necron dry brush for the sword blade, Dark Angel's green, Niblet green, Forest green for the base and base band, Flesh Terror's red for, what was I going to use Flesh Terror's red for? Oh, this little demon sitting next to him here. Then I've got Wraithbone and Skeleton Horde for the pages in the book, Gemstone for the armor, Incubi Darkness for the fabric on him there, and his little under tunic. He's got a tunic on with the armor and this little kind of loincloth looking thing here. So Incubi Darkness for those, and then I'm using P3's Murderous Magenta for the lining of his cloak. So I think overall this should turn out pretty well. I think he's going to look pretty spiff. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get started on his skin. All right, see you soon. Alright, I finished the skin and hair on this guy, and he's looking pretty creepy already. Really like how he's turning out. So I'm going to go ahead and do his armor, because that's going to be the next biggest part of him. It's going to take some time to do all that. I'm going to do it with Gemstone, which is a Army Painter colored metallic, but I'm also going to give it a little wash of Carberg Crimson, I think, just to bring out all that detail in it. I think that's going to look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. All right, see you soon. All right, I may have to update again when this dries, but right now I am really digging how this armor looks. It's I don't know if the camera conveys the metallicness of it, but the red metallic armor looks really fantastic. I gave it a wash of Carberg Crimson, and then I gave it another wash, which is what's wet now, of the same thin down purple that I used on his skin, the thin down druky violet, and I think that's darkened it. I think it's brought out all that little detail in the like the vambraces and the sides of the little cutouts on the armor there. And it's defined the muscles, and it's got it all down to this really nice, deep, blood red metallic color, which I think is just fantastic. I think it looks really awesome. So I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry. I don't know why my camera won't stay focused on this guy, but I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry, and then we'll start in on the tunic and the cape lining, because I want to do the cape lining with the Carberg Crimson wash as well. But man, he looks really great so far. I'm really digging this. So, see you soon. Alright, so I got his fabric done. Did it with Incubi Darkness with a highlight of Dark Reaper. Gonna bring out all those little folds and everything. And it looks pretty good. I'm gonna do the lining of his cloak next. Just because it's kind of in the recesses and a lot of things need to go on top of that. But he's turning out pretty well. I really like how he's coming out. I did the little demon there in the Flesh Terror's red. I may give him a dry brush of Astorath red just to bring out all his little details. And he's kind of like not very well defined right now. So Anyway, I'm going to do the lining of his cloak next, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. All right, see you soon. All right, I made some more progress on our boy here. I got the lining of the cloak painted with the Murderous Magenta and shade washed with Carroburg Crimson. It looks pretty good. I'm going to let that dry, but I think it's going to be a nice deep red. It's going to show off that metallic red of the armor really nice. Something else I did, I didn't mention it last time, but I went back and re-highlighted the metallic red. It was a really nice dark red, and I like that, and then you could still see that in the shadows, but it was also kind of flat. It had lost some of the metallic sheen to it, so I wanted to go back and re-highlight at least the raised portions of it to get it looking right. And I highlighted the little demon there with the Astrath red and a little bit of Ryza Rust on his face, just to kind of bring out all that little detail in him. And he's looking really mean. So next up I'm going to do his cloak. That's going to be the Corvus Black with Eshin Gray highlights. And there's a lot of folds and whatnot in the cloak that's going to look really good with those Eshin Gray highlights. I think it's going to look really fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and go do that, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so his cloak is done, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out with the Eshin Gray on there. So that's pretty spiff. So we're moving on to his sword and book. The grip of his sword and the cover of his book here are both going to be done in Blood Angels Red. And then the hilt and pommel will be done with Palomino Gold with Greedy Gold over it. The book will be, the pages will be Wraith Bone with a little bit of Skeleton Horde, and I've got my Micron pens out to do some coloring on it. I think it'll look really good. And the little brooch on there will be Palomino Gold with Greedy Gold over it too. And then the blade of his sword is going to be Basilicum Gray with Necron Compound. Dry brush. So I'm going to pause here and go get started on all that. See you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkey, so I'm back, and I'm going to try to do this as much as I can on camera to try to get the information across. I'm doing basically an illuminated manuscript on this book, the way they used to do books in the Middle Ages, and I'm using this I believe this is a .05. Yeah, it's a .05 green micron pen. This is a Pigma micron, and basically what I'm going to do, since you can't actually read the text, we're not going to be writing anything in particular, but we're just trying to get the look of an illuminated manuscript. So we draw a little box with a squiggle in it for the initial letter, okay, and then just do a squiggly line down the page and across the top of the page for the illumination, for the artwork. And then, because I kind of envision this guy as being sort of a reading from an evil grimoire, pen is kicking my ass. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to do a pentagram on this side. Yeah, that didn't turn out too bad. And I'm doing that in the Burgundy micron pen. Again, it's .05 because I wanted that to look, I did it in Burgundy because I wanted it to look like dried blood. So once we've got that out of the way, really hard to hold the figure and uncap the pen at the same time. Alright, so for the rest of it, I'm using a .005 just light brown micron pen, and I use light brown instead of black because black ink is a relatively recent invention, and old faded ink isn't black. It looks kind of light brownish. And we just do little squiggly lines like that. You can see that looks pretty good on the page there. Sometimes it doesn't want to write if it's not straight up and down. Let's do little lines like that. Now it all looks like it's written around the illustration. Doesn't look great up close, but you know, from a tabletop point of view, it looks pretty good. And that's all it takes. You can do that on books, scrolls, all kinds of different stuff, and it looks pretty great. Now I did realize that as I was doing this that I had forgotten to give it the wash of Skeleton Horde, and it really doesn't matter if you do the wash before or after this. Just give the ink enough time to dry afterwards, and then you can wash over it with the Skeleton Horde and it'll be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break here and let that dry, and then we'll come back and finish the guy up. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Okay, I'm back, and every so often in miniature painting you have what Bob Ross refers to as a happy accident, and I think this time was one of those times. Normally I like to do the Wraithbone when I'm doing a book or scroll or something. I like to do the Wraithbone first and then Skeleton Horde wash the page and get that kind of old paper look to it, and then go in with the Micron pens and do the calligraphy. And this time when I was doing the demonstration, I did the Micron pen, I did the Wraithbone and the Micron pens first, and then went back over with the Skeleton Horde. And I think I actually like this effect better, because if you can zoom in on this, doing the Skeleton Horde over the calligraphy kind of makes it a part of the page. It looks like it's old and faded along with the page, and not that you're doing new writing over old paper. And I think it actually looks better this way than if I had done the Skeleton Horde first. So I'm digging this. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. In the meantime, all that's left to do on this guy is the base, and you've seen me do the bases 100 times, so I'm going to go ahead and go do that, and then we'll come back and see the finished figure. So next time you see this guy, he'll be completely done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, our finished Mordha Vampire Lord from Reaper Miniatures. I think he turned out really well. Looks really evil and threatening. Very sinister in this blood red armor. So thanks for watching, and happy Halloween in a few days. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom here. If you like what you see, click like down below. I think it's over on that side. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. New videos post mostly on Fridays. The regularly scheduled ones post on Fridays, but you know, if something comes up, I'll post something anytime. So go check that out. Click like, click subscribe. Both of those help with my YouTube numbers. If you want to rock some of the Fly Monkey merch, like a t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodies, masks, whatever, go check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/FlyMonkeyStudios. If you want to support me in other ways. There's my Amazon wish list. Feel free to check that out. Check out our Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook accounts. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.